Hey you guys, so today we have a look at these, which is, well, a frock of Frankenstein's. Well, Frankenstein's creature. I don't like to call him a monster because he's not really a monster, he's a troubled individual. Anyway, yes, these are some of my Frankenstein's creatures figures. I think these are the figures I've got. The rest of most of what I've got are I have a one-to-one bust of Frankenstein's creature. I have quite a few model kits, things like that. But these are the Universal Monsters versions. I mentioned it in a live video the other day. Why has nobody picked up the Hammer franchise? There is such a plethora of action figures they could make, and nobody has ever made any. Have they? Yeah. Again, comments at the bottom. Oh, and also while I'm here, because I've got to mention it, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And YouTube keeps telling me about this little button down here somewhere that means you can, like, give me a tip. Like, donate some money to the channel. They are telling me off for not telling you about it. So there you go. If they're watching this, I've told you about that button down there. One person so far. And thank you to that one person. You know who you are. So, these are my Frankensteins. We shall start in chronological order with Sideshow. These were a great set of figures. He does have a base. I didn't bring the base because none of the others had bases, so I just thought we're talking about the figure, not the base. Again, they went with a very interesting colour for the face, a very green. I think some of the makeup, I've not seen that many pictures of the makeup from the first film or the second, but there are quite a few from Son of Frankenstein, and he's very, very, very green in that. So yeah, that is. I remember this was quite a good likeness. This was a very good likeness in its day. I always thought that the wash on there was a little bit overly. You know, they could have done a slightly tamer wash. The jacket is the usual black. He does have mucky fingernails. I suppose that's because his fingertips are dead. Now, the only problem with the good old Sideshow ones was that they chose, in their wisdom, to make all the joints, all these little pegs in there, out of transparent plastic. Because, you know, that's a really good plastic that breaks after a length of time. So most of my Sideshow figures, and I have quite a few of them, have broken limbs. If you would like to see more of my Sideshow figures, I think I've done two. I think this guy, maybe the Wolfman, I'm not sure. I know I filmed the creature from Black Lagoon, but I don't think I ever used it. So if you want to see more of these guys, comments at the bottom. You know what to do, thumbs up, etc. All that sort of stuff helps the channel and also helps me know what you want to see. So yeah, this has been on my shelf and has been a favourite for quite a while. As you can see, it's got a few scuffs and marks on it. Because like I say, he's been on my shelf and kicking around in my collection for quite some time. He is the biggest of the lot. We'll do a full lineup at the end. Right, so the next one that I purchased was the Mezco. I think this is brilliant. I just think it's a little small. I don't know whether are all the Mezco figures kind of this small. It does have, it came with two heads. I don't know where the other head is. I think it might still be in the box. But it's got very good likeness. It's almost, I think I bought a black and white one. I don't know if they did a colour and a black and white. If they did, I probably bought the black and white. Because I do like... When I used to paint the model kits, I used to try and paint all the characters in their original black and white colours. Which is really... Focus. I've been having trouble with the focus on this. Because I've had to start wearing glasses. And I can't always see whether this is in focus or not. Even though I've got glasses. I really should go and get some proper glasses. The suit is nice. There is no way to fasten it. I have thought a few times of just putting a little bit of PVA glue on it just to keep it shut. the likeness is good. I say just the suit. I always think I have the same problem with the neca figures with clothes. It just doesn't look right. You cannot scale a suit to this size. It just does not really work. But it's still a nice figure. It's just this is like, I think maybe I have 2 or 3 Mezco figures, and this one does seem smaller than the rest, so I don't know quite whether that's typical or not. Anyway, next we have the 2 neca figures. I have to say, to pick one as a favourite would be like picking a favourite child. I think the paint job on that one, the paint apps on there are brilliant. It really has got such colour and detail, and wow. But I do like black and white that a bit more. The only thing with these is if you look at them from that angle, I mean, you can see their eyes look really weird. I laid them down on here when I brought them over, and I was like, oh wow, they look like really childlike. Again, there are full reviews of these guys on the channel. I have to say, I think I just like the black and white because it's cool, but then I look at that and I think that is the perfect colour scheme. And this is the colour scheme I've tried for years to get. When you paint these things for people, I always ask them, do you want them in original black and white? Do you want them in colour? If you want them in colour, do you want them like more of a film accurate version, or do you want a like more realistic? Because, you know, people the way they look in, the way things look in films isn't always the way they look in the real world, if that makes sense. Lighting, camera trickery, stuff like that makes things look one colour when in real life it's a completely different colour. Pinhead, the Cenobites, they wore brown leather outfits, but after you'd stuck a load of KY gel on them and lit them and everything, they came out blue, but black and with a blue hint to them. So yeah, things can be very confusing. Right, so let's put the little group together. I'm going to move that one to the back so that we can get an idea of scale. So we'll put the little guy in the middle. I say the body is a little bit too bulky, but that's what we were working with back then. And paint apps as well. It's amazing to see how action figures have grown and we've moved on. This guy comes in at 21 and a, let's say 21 and a half centimeters, or just under 8.5 inches. This little guy is just under 7 inches, or 17.5 centimeters, and the guy on the end is just a little bit under 8 inches, or around the 20 centimeter mark. So personally, this is amazing. neca, you've done a great job. Like I say, this is a great way to look and see how things have grown and changed. Yeah, I have a lot of these older figures. I have a lot of older action figures. So if you want me to review and show off the older action figures, comments at the bottom down there. That's the easiest way to do it. Yeah, I know you all want to see the latest and the greatest, but sometimes, I don't know, it'd be nice to look back and see how things have grown. Yeah, so I'm going to wind this up now. Like I say, if there's anything, if you want to see the Frankenstein busts or anything like that, you know what to do. Comments down there at the bottom. Don't forget the tip box, because they keep telling me to advertise it. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Hope you all have a great night. And me and these guys, we'll see you all in the next video.